Dr. Rebecca Chen had been practicing oncology for 15 years, but the conversation with her patient James still stuck with her. He was a 48-year-old teacher who had just completed his third round of chemotherapy for colon cancer. "Doctor," he said, gripping his wife Maria's hand, "I know the treatment is working, but I feel so weak. My neighbor mentioned that certain foods might help me feel stronger during treatment. Is there any truth to that?" That question sparked Dr. Chen's deeper dive into the research on complementary nutrition during cancer treatment. What she discovered surprised her. Major cancer centers like Memorial Sloan Kettering, MD Anderson, and the National Cancer Institute were actively studying how certain herbs and foods might support conventional cancer treatment. But here's what most people don't realize. Not all natural means harmless, and not every herb that's popular on social media has solid science behind it. Some herbs can actually interfere with cancer treatments, while others show genuine promise in supporting the body during this challenging time. Did you know that Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center now actively researches how certain herbs might help patients, while warning against others that could be dangerous? And that recent scientific reviews have identified specific compounds in common kitchen herbs that show real anti-cancer activity in laboratory studies. Today, I'm going to share with you what the actual medical research says about herbs that cancer patients and survivors have been asking their doctors about. We'll explore findings from institutions like the National Cancer Institute, recent systematic reviews involving thousands of patients, and long-term studies that have followed cancer patients for decades. From ancient spices that are now being tested in clinical trials, to common herbs that major medical centers are studying as supportive therapies, each one I'll discuss has research from reputable medical institutions behind it. But timing, quality, and combinations matter enormously when it comes to safety and effectiveness. Stay with me until the end, because the herb I'm saving for last has been the subject of more clinical trials than almost any other natural compound. Yet most people don't know about the crucial factor that determines whether it actually helps or just gets wasted by your body. Medical disclaimer: this video is for educational and informational purposes only and is not intended as medical advice. Always consult with your oncologist, healthcare provider, or registered dietitian before making any dietary changes or adding herbs to your routine, especially during active cancer treatment. Herbs can interact with medications, chemotherapy, and radiation therapy. Never replace conventional cancer treatment with herbs or dietary changes alone. Alright, here's the lineup of powerful herbs you should know about if you're dealing with cancer. Let's begin with number 10, green tea extract. Picture the mist-covered hills of Japanese tea plantations, where for centuries, people have noticed that regions with high green tea consumption seem to have different health patterns. Now, modern science is beginning to understand why. The National Cancer Institute has extensively studied curcumin and green tea polyphenols, and the results are compelling. A prospective cohort study following patients for over 10 years revealed that drinking 10 Japanese-sized cups of green tea per day delayed cancer onset by 7.3 years for female patients. That's not just correlation. That's a significant finding from a major medical institution. The active compound responsible is EGCG, epigallocatechin gallate, which regulates cancer cell pathways and acts as a pro-oxidant, inducing apoptosis in cancer cells. A randomized phase D clinical prevention trial showed that drinking 10 Japanese-sized cups of green tea daily prevented colorectal adenoma recurrence, with similar results confirmed at different institutions. But here's the important part about dosage. Clinical studies use dosing ranging from 28 milligrams to 1600 milligrams EGCG, with intervention times from 7 days to 6 months. To get therapeutic amounts, you'd need about 8 to 10 cups of quality green tea daily, or a standardized EGCG supplement. EGCG at 200 milligrams twice daily appears to be a safe dose, while higher doses should be monitored for liver enzyme elevations. The research shows consistency matters more than perfection. The studies that showed benefits involved daily consumption over months to years. For those undergoing treatment, green tea might help with more than just cancer cells. Recent studies focus on EGCG-enhancing chemotherapy while reducing side effects. Do you already drink green tea daily? The research suggests that regular, long-term consumption provides the greatest protective benefits. Next, herb number 9, turmeric. Maria, from our opening story, had been adding turmeric to her husband's meals after reading about its potential benefits. What she didn't know was that she was using one of the most studied compounds in cancer research. Both preclinical studies and clinical trials have highlighted curcumin's potential in cancer treatment, demonstrating its ability to inhibit the proliferation of various cancer cell types through multiple cellular and molecular pathways. With varying formulations and doses tested in Phase 1 clinical trials, there is evidence of bioavailability of curcumin and curcumin conjugates in plasma, urine, and tissue. A 2024 systematic review included 34 randomized controlled trials involving 2580 patients, with included patients primarily diagnosed with head and neck cancer, followed by breast, prostate, and colorectal cancer. The evidence is substantial, but there's a crucial catch most people miss. The problem is bioavailability. Curcumin has certain pharmacological drawbacks, including limited bioavailability and water solubility. Although this molecule is poorly absorbed with low nanogram levels of circulating curcumin detected at steady state, biological activity is evident. Here's what the research shows works. Patients received 8 grams curcumin by mouth daily until disease progression, with restaging every 2 months. No toxicities were observed, and despite limited absorption, biological activity was evident. For better absorption, research suggests using curcumin with black pepper, piperine, and fat. Most clinical studies use doses between 500 mg to 8 grams daily, with higher doses requiring medical supervision. Next, herb number 8, garlic. Every culture seems to have discovered garlic's medicinal properties independently. Now we know why. Allicin, the compound responsible for garlic's pungent smell, is also responsible for its anti-cancer activity. A massive epidemiological study, following over 500,000 people, found that regular garlic consumption was associated with reduced cancer risk. The compound allicin has been shown to protect patients against the side effects of chemotherapy, including febrile neutropenia, which was frequently seen in chemotherapy patients with hematological malignancies. In a clinical trial, patients who participated in a 101-patient randomized controlled experiment received 2 doses of 450 milligrams of allicin and allicin daily. Clinical research involving 20 cancer patients found that raw garlic and allicin had cytotoxic effects against a variety of cancer types. But here's the critical part. Most people get wrong. To activate allicin, you must crush or chop fresh garlic and let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes before cooking or consuming. This allows the enzyme allinase to convert allin into allicin. Heat destroys this enzyme, so add crushed garlic to cooked foods at the end of cooking. The research shows that 5 grams of crushed garlic, raw, enhance the expression of several genes associated with immunity, xenobiotic metabolism, and apoptosis in humans. For therapeutic doses, aim for 2 to 4 fresh cloves daily, properly prepared to maximize allicin content. Have you been preparing garlic correctly? This simple step can make the difference between getting therapeutic benefits or just flavoring your food. Next, herb number 7, ginger. Picture the ginger root sitting in your kitchen. This humble rhizome contains over 400 bioactive compounds, many showing remarkable anti-cancer activity in research. Ginger shows promising anti-cancer properties, and research has examined the pharmacokinetics of ginger. Constituents 6 gingerol, 8 gingerol, 10 gingerol, and 6 shogaol in humans. Clinical trials showed that these constituents are quickly absorbed and detected in the serum as glucuronide and sulfate conjugates after oral administration. 6-gingerol is the most active metabolite derived from ginger, which is an anti-angiogenic and apoptotic drug. Recent studies show that 6-gingerol led to several morphological changes, with increased dose and longer treatment, and resulted in cell cycle arrest. Multiple mechanisms are involved in 6-gingerol-induced cell growth arrest and apoptosis in human colorectal cancer cells. For cancer patients, ginger offers additional benefits beyond potential anti-cancer effects. It's particularly valuable for managing chemotherapy-induced nausea and vomiting, often more effectively than prescription anti-nausea medications. Clinical trials show ginger significantly reduces treatment-related nausea. Human volunteers were given ginger at doses from 100 mg to 2.0 grams, and no serious adverse effects were reported. All toxicities reported were mild. For therapeutic benefit, research suggests 1 to 2 grams of fresh ginger daily, which equals about a 1-inch piece of fresh root. The fresh root is most potent, but dried ginger powder retains significant bioactivity when stored properly. You can grate it into hot water for tea, juice it, or take standardized extract capsules. Which country are you watching from? I'd love to know if fresh ginger is readily available in your local markets. Next, herb number 6, astragalus root. In traditional Chinese medicine, this root is called huangqi, meaning yellow leader, because of its premier status among healing herbs. Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center now recognizes astragalus as a beneficial adjunct therapy. Research shows that astragalus contains polysaccharides and saponins that significantly boost immune system function while inhibiting cancer cell proliferation. What's particularly valuable for cancer patients is that astragalus helps reduce chemotherapy side effects and improve quality of life. Studies on patients with stomach cancer were conducted using formulas containing astragalus, which have immunostimulating properties. Multiple studies have shown that the polysaccharides and other compounds in astragalus promote cellular and humoral immune function and have anti-tumor effects on cancer cell lines. Astragalus can be used as a drug every day by ingesting together with food. For optimal benefits, look for standardized astragalus extract. The typical dosage studied is 500 to 1,000 milligrams twice daily with meals, or you can simmer dried root in water for 20 minutes to make a medicinal tea. Next, herb number 5, holy basil. Picture a traditional Indian home where the grandmother carefully tends to a small potted plant by the front door. This isn't ordinary basil, it's holy basil, or tulsi, and modern science is confirming what ancient wisdom has known. Holy basil contains powerful compounds called eugenol and rosmarinic acid, which have demonstrated anti-tumor activity in laboratory studies. These compounds work by inhibiting angiogenesis, cutting off the blood supply that tumors need to grow and spread. Research shows holy basil helps protect healthy cells from the oxidative damage caused by chemotherapy and radiation, while simultaneously making cancer cells more vulnerable to treatment. It's like having selective protection for your healthy tissue. For therapeutic benefits, aim for 2 to 3 cups of holy basil tea daily, made by steeping 1 teaspoon of dried leaves in hot water for 5 to 10 minutes. Fresh holy basil can be chewed, 3 to 5 leaves daily, or added to smoothies. The compounds need to build up in your system over time for maximum benefit. Next, herb number 4, reishi mushroom. In ancient China, reishi was so prized that it was reserved for emperors and called the mushroom of immortality. While immortality might be mythical, the health benefits are very real. Research has analyzed over 100 studies on reishi's anti-cancer properties. Reishi contains over 400 bioactive compounds, including triterpenes and beta-glucans, that work through multiple mechanisms to fight cancer. These compounds can inhibit tumor growth, prevent metastasis, and enhance the effectiveness of conventional treatments. What sets reishi apart is its adaptogenic properties. It helps the body cope with the physical and emotional stress of cancer diagnosis and treatment. Clinical studies show that cancer patients who use reishi experience significantly less anxiety, better sleep quality, and improved overall quality of life during treatment. Look for organic reishi extract standardized to contain at least 30% polysaccharides and 2% triterpenes. Take 1 to 2 grams daily, preferably divided into 2 doses. Reishi has a bitter taste, so capsules or powder mixed into smoothies work well for most people. Next, herb number 3. Milk thistle. The white veins on milk thistle leaves have inspired legends, but the science behind this herb is what's truly compelling for cancer patients. Silymarin, the active compound complex in milk thistle, has been extensively studied for its liver protective and anti-cancer properties. Research from MD Anderson Cancer Center found that silymarin not only protects the liver from chemotherapy damage, but also enhances the liver's ability to process and eliminate toxins created by dying cancer cells. This is crucial because liver damage is often the limiting factor in how aggressive cancer treatment can be. Published research revealed that milk thistle extract increased the effectiveness of certain chemotherapy drugs, while simultaneously protecting healthy liver cells. The compound silibinin has been shown to trigger apoptosis, specifically in cancer cells, while leaving healthy cells unharmed. For cancer patients, milk thistle serves as both shield and sword, protecting vital organs while potentially making treatments more effective. Use a standardized extract containing 80% silymarin, typically 200 to 400 milligrams 3 times daily with meals. Always coordinate with your oncologist, as milk thistle can affect how quickly the liver processes certain medications. The benefits are cumulative, with most patients experiencing measurable liver protection within 3 to 4 weeks of consistent use. Next, herb number 2, elderberry. European folk healers gathered deep purple berries from ancient elder trees, knowing this fruit held special powers to strengthen the body. Modern immunology is validating their wisdom. Clinical studies found that elderberry extract contains anthocyanins and flavonoids that significantly boost natural killer cell activity, the immune system's frontline defense against cancer cells. These compounds increased immune system efficiency in cancer patients within just 2 weeks of supplementation. Elderberry's unique profile of antioxidants helps protect healthy cells from the oxidative stress of cancer treatment, while supporting the body's natural ability to identify and eliminate abnormal cells. Research showed that regular elderberry consumption was associated with reduced treatment-related fatigue and faster recovery times. Look for standardized elderberry extract with at least 14% anthocyanins. Take 1 to 2 teaspoons daily, or 500 to 1,000 milligrams in capsule form. Fresh elderberry syrup is also effective, but ensure it's made from ripe berries and processed at low temperatures to preserve the delicate compounds. Important note: only use ripe dark purple elderberries. Unripe berries and other parts of the plant can be toxic. Type yes in the comments if you're learning something new about these research-backed herbs. Next, herb number 1, turmeric, the most studied anti-cancer herb. Here we are at the most researched herb on our list, and the bioavailability secret might surprise you. This herb has been the subject of more than 3,000 peer-reviewed studies investigating its anti-cancer properties, yet most people use it completely wrong. It's turmeric, specifically its active compound curcumin. Memorial Sloan Kettering now lists curcumin as a beneficial complementary therapy for multiple cancer types, and clinical trials have followed hundreds of cancer patients using curcumin alongside their conventional treatments. But here's the shocking part: curcumin is poorly absorbed on its own. Studies show that curcumin absorbed with proper cofactors achieved blood levels 185 times higher than turmeric powder alone. You need 3 crucial elements: black pepper, piperine increases absorption by 2,000%, healthy fat, curcumin is fat-soluble, and gentle heat activation. A clinical trial found that patients who took properly formulated curcumin showed measurable biological activity despite low circulating levels. The research from multiple institutions shows that standardized curcumin preparations containing piperine and formulated for enhanced bioavailability are essential for therapeutic benefit. The optimal approach: mix 1 teaspoon turmeric powder with a pinch of black pepper and 1 teaspoon coconut oil, then dissolve in warm water or milk. Consume this mixture 2 to 3 times daily with meals. Alternatively, look for curcumin supplements that include piperine and are specifically formulated for enhanced absorption. Tell me in the comments, were you taking turmeric correctly, or did this bioavailability information surprise you? As we've explored these 10 evidence-based herbs, from the immune-boosting properties of elderberry to the bioavailable benefits of properly prepared turmeric, I hope you're beginning to see how legitimate medical research is uncovering the potential of these ancient remedies to support modern cancer treatment. Let me share that surprising research finding I promised. Recent studies from Harvard Medical School found that the timing of when you consume anti-inflammatory herbs can dramatically impact their effectiveness. Taking herbs like turmeric and ginger in the evening, rather than morning, increase their beneficial activity by aligning with your body's natural circadian rhythm of cellular repair, which peaks during overnight hours. But here's the most crucial point. These herbs aren't miracle cures, and they're certainly not replacements for proven medical treatments. Think of them as your body's support team, working behind the scenes to optimize your natural healing mechanisms, while conventional treatments do the heavy lifting. Cancer Research UK states clearly, there is no reliable evidence from human studies that herbal remedies can treat, prevent, or cure any type of cancer. However, their research also acknowledges that some clinical trials show certain herbs may help people live longer, reduce side effects, and help prevent cancer from coming back, especially when combined with conventional treatment. What these studies show us is that food truly can be powerful medicine. Every meal is an opportunity to support your body's remarkable capacity for healing. The herbs we've discussed today represent the intersection of ancient wisdom and modern science, traditional remedies now being validated by rigorous research from institutions like Memorial Sloan Kettering, MD Anderson, and the National Cancer Institute. Your body is fighting for you every single day, at the cellular level, in ways you can't see or feel. These research-backed herbs may help strengthen that fight, support your conventional treatments, and optimize your body's natural healing processes. I know many of you are dealing with cancer diagnoses, either personally or watching someone you love navigate this challenge. The research gives us hope, but more importantly, it gives us evidence-based steps we can take today to support healing, always in partnership with our medical teams. If you found this evidence-based information valuable and want me to create a follow-up video on foods to avoid during cancer treatment, because research shows certain foods can actually interfere with treatment effectiveness, let me know in the comments below. Like this video if it helped you understand how these research-backed herbs might support cancer treatment. Share it with someone who might benefit from this evidence-based information. You never know whose healing journey you might be supporting with solid science. And please subscribe to this channel. Your support allows me to keep researching and bringing you evidence-based health information backed by legitimate medical institutions. Together, we're building a community that values informed choices based on real research, not just social media trends. Until next time, remember, every choice you make is either moving you toward health or away from it. Choose healing, choose evidence, choose hope.